Hello, everybody. It's Sunday again. There is some mail, and we're going to start off with an envelope here. It is a gift from my jank brother from another mother, the gentleman right here, Cole, at Cole's Comic Claims. And I did cut it open off camera just because, my luck with tape. But if I recall, here's a note. That'll explain everything. I won't have to recall. Yes. Zach, congrats on the win, and hopefully these cards find you well. You know what, man? Thank you for that, and I'm doing better than I was a little while ago. So let's get that. Thank you. I mean, I'm a little tongue tied, but appreciate that. I put the Charlotte card in as you didn't pick it out. Enjoy it and jank on, Cole. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. And for those of you who don't know Cole, which is hopefully not many of you, hopefully all of you know Cole, but link to him down below. He is rapidly approaching, if not having surpassed the 500 sub mark. And Cole is, for lack of a better term, an awesome dude and a killer mustache. So this would be the Charlotte in question. How people can do that and remember where they are. It was like when I played football and you see people doing spin moves. I don't know how in the world you could actually maintain where you are in relation to the rest of the world. But we got some stuff. Bobby Bonilla on the 87 Tops, one of my favorite series. Bobby Bonilla, one of the smartest men in baseball. Everybody knows why. Come July, Bobby Bonilla Day. Ooh. What year Diamond King is this? And this is just bonus goodness from the wonderful heart that is Cole. And Orlando Merced, 94. I have never seen that design of Diamond Kings before. That is really cool. Thank you for that. The man, the myth, Pops. And I love the name variant, Pops. And I did mention it. Rhea Ripley. She is one of my wrestling hello nurses right now. Great wrestler, too. On top of that, I'm a horrifying human being for saying that. Hey, Harry and the Henderson. Whoops. I actually have a pack of these for Jank Pack Thursday. Can't wait to get into them. But good old Harry. Got a good story about that I'll share there. Hey, whoa. Hook. I have not seen Hook cards before. Must get that, but the legend that is Robin Williams, absolutely. Speaking of legends, on the 2022 Prestige, which I have not seen in stores yet, got the bus. We got this kid. He's going to be good, man. Pat Freiermuth. Now with the quarterback switch for the Steelers, we will see what's going to happen. Stan Belinda on 92 Donruss. I remember him. The early to mid 90s was my heyday of going to Pirate games. So a lot of these guys I remember. Bill Landrum, definitely remember him. Ooh, Carlos Garcia, and the two best words we could see on a Donruss pack, rated rookie. Hardy Nickerson, who was a really, I think, an underrated linebacker. I know he went on to a good lengthy portion of his career in Tampa Bay after leaving Pittsburgh, but I loved Hardy Nickerson. Deontay Johnson, hopefully he can step up a little more and be the receiver that we know he can be. Chase, well, we all saw what happened on Pickett's first interception, and we'll leave it at that. Miles Jack, ooh, I actually have not seen the Miles Jack. This is the traded card. They signed him from the Jaguars. He's still in the Jags uniform, but Steelers colors. I like that. I don't have a Miles Jack card. Oh, Najee. If his foot can get healthy, we're good to go. There he is on the All-Americans from Prism, a crusade of Freiermuth, and ending it with the illusions of Sizable Benjamin, a great quarterback. And I was thinking about it recently, there are people 18 years of age that have never known another Steelers quarterback besides sizable Benjamin there. Cole, man, that is awesome. I really appreciate it. We got Charlotte, we got Rhea, we got a smattering of Pittsburgh, and one of the coolest Diamond Kings I've ever seen as everything goes tumbling down. That is awesome. I like that. So, thank you, Cole. I appreciate it, brother. Link to his channel down below. Make sure to go check him out and give him some support. And got one more thing, and then we're going to wrap up Mail Day Sunday. And we have returned for the final portion of the Sunday Mail Day video. The famous slightly off color, more looking like the old parchment envelope, which means September's history by mail is here. And now that I've gotten it sorted out, I cannot wait to get back into it. So we have a little transcript. All right. SS Baltic off Sandy Hook, April 18th, 10:30 a.m. via New York. Honorable S. Cameron, Secretary of War, Washington, having defended Fort Sumter for 34 hours until the quarters were entirely burned, the main gates destroyed by fire, the gorge walls seriously injured, the magazines surrounded by flames, that's never good, and its door closed from the effects of heat. 4 barrels and 3 cartridges of powder only being available and no provisions remaining but pork. I accepted terms of evacuation by General Beauregard, being on same offered by him to the 11th Institute prior to the commencement of hostilities, and marched out of the fort Sunday afternoon, the 14th inst. I'm not sure what inst is, but with colors flying, and drums beating, bringing away company and private property, and saluting my flag with 50 guns. Robert Anderson, Major, 1st Artillery Commanding. Well, we have an idea of we know when it's from and what it's in regards to, but I would like the detail. Okay. And this is the glory of it. And I'll kind of scan through it. That is the transcript of the telegram announcing the beginning of the Civil War after the Battle of Fort Sumter, April 18th, 1861. That is crazy. That really is crazy. The enclosed telegram was sent from Union Commander Major Robert Anderson to Secretary of War Simon Cameron from the steamship, or SS, okay, SS steamship, all right, Baltic after the first battle of the Civil War at Fort Sumter. The short battle only lasted from April 12th to the 13th, 1861, and this telegram effectively broke the news that the Civil War had begun. In December 1860, South Carolina seceded from the Union. Major Robert Anderson, who commanded the U.S. Army forces in Charleston, South Carolina, still remained loyal to the Union. Charleston was thus the last major Union post in Confederate territory. Major Anderson moved his garrison to the more defensible Fort Sumter in the middle of Charleston Harbor. It's a place I've always wanted to go. I've never actually been there. I have wanted to go there. And all this, as you can see, Jefferson Davis ordered the capture of the fort. General Beauregard, who was a very good general. Oh, all right. Coincidentally, had been General Anderson's student at West Point. That's ironic. Confederate forces estimated 10,000 men, while the Union defenders had 68 soldiers with inferior armaments and minimal supplies and food. Anderson, however, refused to concede without a fight. He lasted 2 days against 10,000 equipped soldiers with 68 soldiers and low arms and food. Okay. And I'll just scan up if you would like to pause and read that. And as always, I'm going to go off and read this a lot more in depth. But this launched the just a horrifying period, obviously, in American history, the Civil War, which I never understood. I mean, you understand the term, but you think war isn't, especially back then, wasn't exactly civil. And I mean, General Sherman said it best, war is hell. I mean, people have probably said it before him, but I know he was one of the first that they really attributed it to. And there you go. The federal government then formally reclaimed. Okay, let's read this. I saw something. Reclaimed Fort Sumter on February 22nd, 1885. 2 months later, on the day of President Lincoln's assassination, Major General Robert Anderson, the writer of our telegram, returned to Fort Sumter. He was carrying with him the very same American flag he had been forced to lower upon his surrender of Fort Sumter 4 years earlier. Now, at the war's end, he raised Fort Sumter's original American flag victoriously over the ruined fort. That's, I don't know, it's just one of those things like last month in reference to the Manhattan Project and the atomic bomb. It's macabrely and eerily, or macabre, I guess it would be, and eerily haunting just to think about everything that went on and just the fact that, it happened. War is hell. That's basically the all you can say about it. But history by mail still proving to be incredibly entertaining because, even though I have studied the Civil War in the past a lot more so than, excuse me, weirdly a lot more so than even World War I. That was kind of the forgotten war in history lessons, but it always is cool to get new information because I assumed there had to have been something like this having been sent after the fort went down to the Confederate Army, but I didn't know, and I didn't know the circumstances surrounding it, and I think that's the coolest part of this, and that's why I think history is a lot more important than everybody who back in middle school and high school would say, "Oh, I always hated history." Well, I don't know, man, but truth is stranger than fiction, and if you read history, you'll find out why. So that's going to do it for my weird ramblings for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the mail day. Link to Cole down below, Cole's Comic Claims, and thank him for the cards. Thank History by Mail for this new and, new information. Always good to learn something. Hope you're all well. Catch you next time.